there's been a lot of drama around Faze recently, and I was very hesitant of covering stuff like this, but I just ultimately decided because, one, you know, my editor, shout out to my editors, you know, put your profile picture on screen, you know, you deserve it, them the goats, they wanted me to do this, and also, I'll be honest, I watched 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓𝗓, and it got me more invested into it. I haven't been invested in the Faze Clan since, like, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 days, like, I'm gonna be real, I just haven't, but some of the drama that's going on right now is pretty interesting, pretty spicy. Before we go ahead and get into that, why don't you leave a like? It will really mean a lot to me. And also, don't forget to subscribe. Only 8% of you are subscribed. That's insane. If every one of you that isn't subscribed right now, we would hit my goal of getting 1K before the winter. That is my goal, and hopefully we can do that. But anyways, let's go ahead and pop right into it. First off, Faze as a company been dog shit lately. If you don't believe me, look at this image of the stock pricing as of recently. It's pretty bad. They've had a pretty shitty year as far as companies go. I believe they had something around $40 million in the bank they released, and then after their quarterly they had about like 30 million. So they've been losing money. They've been losing money. And if you don't believe me, believe Faze Rain. One of the OGs, one of the pioneers of Faze, talking about how much, and let's put this up on screen. Look how much from each individual esports group, like Smash Brothers, all the way to Valorant, all that stuff, even to FIFA. I didn't even know there was a thing. FIFA is actual esports, like, competitive. Good for the people playing esports, but I didn't know that shit. I'm gonna be honest, I really didn't. But look at that. And then he puts on screen right afterwards, they're losing about $800,000 a month. That's not a year, that's a month. So they're kind of losing a lot of money. They're losing a fuck ton of money. They're quickly trying to gain back a lot of their losses. And they actually put out a tweet not too long ago about saying how they really wanted to incorporate a lot of more women into the Faze Clan, which I think is awesome. That's awesome. Cool. Diversity. We love that. Awesome. The same day they announced that they signed Grace Van Dyne, which if you don't know who she is, she was in Stranger Things. A lot of people were like, why did you make that tweet and getting all of our hopes up and giving you suggestions on who to sign if you're just gonna announce somebody you already signed before you even made the fucking tweet? I'm not gonna lie, it's really weird, champ. But anyways, a lot of people didn't really like it. She received a lot of backlash because, you know, she doesn't really game. She just doesn't. She's an actress. So everybody was a little bit like, well, why did you sign her? She doesn't really know, like, about, like, the gaming sphere, and it just seems like, you know, you just signed her because she's famous. Which I would like to say, that's exactly why they did it. And I'm not trying to speculate. That's literally what they said. It's literally what she said. It's literally what they said. That is the reason. It's not me speculating. It's a well-known fact. But she received a buku amount of backlash. A lot of it just not really warranted. A lot of people were like fucking around and joking. Were like, oh, name like 3 trick shots. Oh, do you know any Call of Duty maps? Which is like, okay, online banter, haha, funny. But then a lot of the OGs started to step in and basically were like, well, you know, I don't like the way this is headed. If you're an OG of the corporation, like you're a veteran on a sports team or something like that, you have a say because, you know, you've been there, you know what it takes, all that great shit. But here's where it starts going downhill. So a lot of the OGs are very upset about the signing, which, you know, they can be upset about it if they want. But let's be honest, a lot of what Faze has been doing has been questionable. Like, oh, I don't know, trying to sign Snoop Dogg for an absurd amount of money, and his son for an absurd amount of money. I think it was like how much was it? I don't even know. Like I think it was like almost $2 million. Yeah, if it says right here, we put it up on the screen. According to a December 22 report by Forbes, the company had reportedly agreed to give Snoop Dogg $1.9 million in stock and a spot on the company's board of directors. Mind you, Snoop Dogg does stream on Twitch. He does stream. I don't know if it's his Twitch, but he does stream. He does do content on the side where he just plays like Madden and just fucks around and does banter and all that shit. It's funny as hell. You should watch it sometime. But he's not really known for that. And they just decided, oh, it's Snoop Dogg, let's sign him. So they basically gave him $2 million in stock, and they also, along with almost $250,000 worth of stock to his son. To his son! Obviously, it's controlled by his spouse and his manager. But still, all that money is probably not shit anymore because literally, like if you try to, like the company stock is below $1, so you're not getting shit back for that. But that's not the only thing that was bad. That was a bad thing. They also signed, if you even knew this, signed Kyler Murray. If you don't know who Kyler Murray is, he's the star quarterback for the Cardinals. You probably didn't know that. He made one tweet about him being part of FaZe. That is it. You know what he said? It was a picture of Faze Clan's Twitter, and it says 3-sport athlete on a picture of Kyler Murray. And then Kyler Murray quote retweets it and says, FaZe K1. That's it. That's it. That is it. Probably paid him a shit ton of money. Not only that, I didn't even know this until I watched Mogul Mail, but they also had like a reality TV show that was just cringe. I actually watched some of it. God, it was terrible. This whole thing is just really, really dumb. All the OGs are very upset about the whole signing thing, which granted, they have a right to be upset. You know, they're part of it. They know what's best. But if we actually look at this tweet about one of the most recent signings for FaZe, Faze Santana, he's talking about, in this we put up on screen right here, he's talking about really disappointed in some people I call friends hating on the new FaZe recruit, especially girls in the gaming community. You all hate on each other the most and it's sad. And then somebody replies, you were never an OG FaZe member, but your say is biased and irrelevant. And then Faze Santana just basically replies, where are they now? Where are they at? Like, where are you at? And then FaZe Banks decide, hey, I'm gonna dip my toes in this, and he says, not participating in the sellout clown show that Faze Clan has become. Not sure what these takes say about you, but the name FaZe only has sliver of meaning left because of what we built and you're using it. This is the problem. You're all just here to squeeze out every last dollar out of FaZe and have zero respect for the brand. It's all shameless promotion, pandering to a non-existent audience and pretending like it's a team effort. Nobody would ever argue in favor of this version of FaZe. It's so disingenuous to the point it makes us all sick, and we're the only ones, unfortunately, who are interested in preserving the history and protecting the brand. Now, I will say this, like we just mentioned about some of the questionable, decisions they made. He has a point there that, it's not doing well. They're not what they used to be. And that's fine if you're not what it used to be, if it's in a better light. It's not. FaZe is doing terrible, dog shit, awful, worst iteration of FaZe by far. And so he has a point there. What I don't agree with is just dogpiling on Grace. If you have a problem with the signing, talk it to the people in the back, the managers or whoever is doing the numbers and doing the signing. Cry to them about it. Be like, yo, what the fuck y'all doing? Don't shit on Grace. I don't agree about the whole thing, but I also don't agree with how Grace basically shit on FaZe Rain about his drug addiction in the past and how he almost killed him. That I don't agree with bringing that up because, again, it's just, the lesser of two evils. Two wrongs don't make it right. You don't do that. Basically, Grace, you could have literally just said nothing. Like, if they're shitting on you, be like, boo-hoo. I'm still me. I'm still doing my shit. That's all you gotta say. Don't shit on the dude for having a bad past. Don't do that. That's not right. That's basically you're painting yourself bad in that light as well for saying shit like that. That's not cool. Don't do that. But I also, again, I don't agree with them jumping on Grace and shitting on her with all this stuff. It's not cool. It's not cool in the slightest. And apparently, funny enough, I don't know how this is I don't know why this is like coming out as anybody's like surprise, but apparently FaZe Rain and Grace Van Dyne actually linked up, quote unquote, and talked about everything. It apparently didn't go well, like at all. If we actually put up the tweet right here by our good fellow Keemstar, drama alert. It's a FaZe Rain tweet that says, even though things look good, it took a terrible turn, LOL. And then the next one literally says, from Grace, Uber driver turned the music volume up so he can't hear me cry. Real one. Somebody says, it's always got to be something, I swear to God. And FaZe Rain says, I was being nice, respectful, and understanding, man. I genuinely don't understand how it turned into that. I reiterated over and over I meant no harm, and it's literally just jokes on the internet, and it just wasn't enough, fam. You'll see. Still haven't heard anything as of right now, but this is pointless, stupid shit. This is pointless, stupid shit. It really is. Like, it's just, like, grow up. Just grow up. And also the crazy part about this whole thing is there's some more information that came out. One, Grace Van Dyne actually took FaZe out of her bio, so I'm assuming that they're probably going to come to some sort of agreement, where she's bought out and all that type of stuff. But this is the weird and strange part. So drama alert, which you don't know, Killer Keemstar had as, he actually provided Discord chat logs between Grace Van Dyne and Faze Rain. Hey Grace, I'm sure Vera has told you, or I hope so, that I really didn't mean those things. I was just trolling. I don't know you like that or have anything against you, and I'm sure you're an amazing person and actually feel so bad that you felt hurt. I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have known people were going to spam post that clip. Genuinely sorry your feelings are hurt. I'm not sorry for the whole corporate stuff though, LMFAO. But dude, you just got caught up in some unnecessary bullshit and it's not fair to you. I want to clear that out and only send love your way for real. Not so lame ass PR shit, but I genuinely felt bad and was putting myself in your shoes and you just don't deserve it. But I hope you can understand I really have nothing against you and I was only trolling because you said you wanted the barbecue. End quote. And then, of course, that was, it says in May 28th, and then Grace actually responds the next day and says, "Happy birthday, Rain. I'm sorry for my out of the line comment. And appreciate you for reaching out to me outside of Twitter help. Let me know when and where I can come to you." End quote. And actually, Faze Rain actually also talks about how that he just wanted to talk about this on Discord, maybe do a Discord call or even just chat, but she was the one that wanted to come over and all that jazz. Again, now this basically, like, I wouldn't even be surprised at this point if this was just like a big, like, a lot of people are saying this is a big PR stunt. I wouldn't fucking doubt it at this point. I really wouldn't. Because this doesn't, a lot of this shit is just boggling my mind. Because I was like, I understand where both sides are coming from, and both have some points that are genuinely valid of being upset about. Especially, like I said earlier, that I don't believe Grace Van Dyne shouldn't have gotten like all this like hate and shit, all that bullshit. But then this comes out, I'm just like, huh? And then there's also a video on Faze Rain's channel of them actually meeting up, and Grace Van Dyne basically, you know, or Faze Rain talking about, hey, basically reiterates, hey, I'm sorry what happened. He also brought up the fact that, you know, you shouldn't care what other people think, all that jazz, blah 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 blah. But then Grace basically just says, no, I think you're a terrible person, like outright. We could play the clip.
I don't like you.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just being very logical. I understand how you feel, but you brought things up against me. How do you expect me to react?
I think you're a terrible person.
Like, straight up said, I think you're a terrible person, I don't like you, that type of shit. But then the day before, I'm assuming, straight up says, like, hey, you know, what I said about the whole drug addiction was bad. I'm sorry about that. I appreciate you for reaching out. Let's meet up and talk about this. I do want to end on this because I honestly just thought it was funny. We can put this up. There's this, I don't know, it's just the beginning part of this. It's by some dude on Twitter, literally with a picture of Grace Van Dyne and Faze Rain on two babies. I think this is from Gravity Falls, where it's the old dude and his picture of the picture of drama alert on the dude. He's like, fight, fight. We could play that. This shit's actually kind of funny, low key.
Fight, 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 fight. Baby fights. TV. It knows what I want.
But yeah, this thing is pretty pointless, kind of stupid, not gonna lie. But you know, I just want to put my 2 cents in there and let you guys know if you care at all for that stuff. But yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoy. I have some bangers coming out. I do post weekly. All right, I'll see you guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye.